My name is Aisling. People often hear me when I'm out with my kids speaking in French, and they'd often approach us, or if they know us, they might say, "Oh, how do you say this?" or "Say your name in French," or "Say the weather is great in French." And my kids freeze. They just stand there and they don't know what to say, they don't know where to look. The other person gets very awkward. They kind of look at me saying, "I thought your children knew how to speak French." And then I get really awkward and I don't really know what to say. So I thought I would explain why when you ask a child, they don't answer immediately in the foreign language. It's because they haven't been taught that way. So I'm teaching my kids very naturally. We're introducing words as they come up. I do not translate for my children. So when people approach them and say, "Oh, tell me what shop is in French," or "Tell me what bag is in French," they freeze because they haven't been programmed to revert back to English. When you're teaching young children languages, you're actually programming how their minds are going to work. So if you program them with translation to revert back to their first language, then yes, they'll have to revert back to then go into the second language. But in the long term, that actually means you're inhibiting their chances of and their level of fluency. Whereas if you introduce them to a language using pictures, pointing at things, you're actually programming them for high levels of fluency to be able to think in that language. But not just that language. If they're programmed in that way for their second language, they're also going to be programmed that way for future languages. As adults, we need the translation because of our fears for making mistakes. We actually hold ourselves back. Children are totally different. Their minds are just amazing. Their capabilities are outstanding. So if you are following us on our journey with Lingueasy and you're introducing your child, one word at a time, that's all it takes. Don't be in a panic to look for fluency. If you think of how long it took your child to learn their first language, I know my 3-year-old still has not mastered English at all. So give your child the joy of language. Introduce them to language in fun ways. But please, 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 try and avoid the translation. Remember, you need it, but they don't. Thank you. I look forward to talking to you again.